So, Game of Thrones, kind of known for the violence. So,
definitely.
But it is,
I haven't even seen it, and
it's medieval,
no.
and I was a little taken back by that scene, I'll admit, because it didn't happen in the book. Actually, it did happen in the book, just to a different character, but people were angry it happened to that character. 13 Reasons Why, okay, I get it. It's not necessarily like, you're not exactly prepared that much going into it, what you're about to see, especially if you think it was a murder and not a suicide. But, you're subjected to some things that, you can't always get prepared for. But when you watch a show...
getting close to the camera, it's getting real.
Called American Horror Story... It's giving you full frontal exploitative subjection to what it is about. And wanting that to be censored and getting angry about things being in that one, now you're just being ridiculous. And I'm sorry, but what the heck is going on in your brain when you sleep? That show is supposed to be offensive. It is supposed to be gross. It is supposed to be a horror show.
Yeah.
How dare they?
What is it that people don't like from that show? Because I
There's
haven't.
rape.
Oh.
There's brutal rape. People got really, really mad at the beginning of season 1. They got over it and moved on to get angry about season 2. But it's never gonna end, guys. You're not gonna get the show canceled. No one's that angry as they were about 13 Reasons Why, but I saw plenty of this when I started watching the show, and then I wonder what people thought about it. Oh my goodness gracious, they were angry about that, were they? In season 1, there is a character that is a sympathetic character who rapes them. And is a ghost because he got shot by police officers, or the SWAT team, because he shot up his school.
Okay.
American Horror Story. Horror. It's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be in there.
I just feel like if you wanted to, you could really object to anything in the horror genre.
Very much so.
I mean, no matter what it is.
You shouldn't watch it. I mean, it's gonna be...
Just as a genre, it's gonna have some dark stuff.
It's gonna have some dark shit, man. And that's why we watch it. Because, American Horror Story signed me up. So people were more upset about the rape than they were the shooting, which some people brought up. Because, we found out about the shooting before we found out about the rape. And we're all like, there were people kind of out there that were like, I think that's really interesting that they're having him be, the shooter, because we didn't know what he did. He doesn't remember that he did it, because he's a ghost and everything. When the rape happens, it's he's dead to me. Completely dead. How dare he? It's wait. Backtrack. Why was this better than this? I don't think... He's a bad person. That's the whole point. And it's not justified in any way.
Yeah.
And I think people act that way because someone tried to use that as an example, I'm sorry to say, but someone was like, I can't believe that people are complaining about 13 Reasons Why, meanwhile loving American Horror Story and, sympathizing with this character and everything. And I get what they're saying, I get where they're coming from, but I feel like that's two different comparisons. Because the 13 Reasons Why situation, while I feel like what people are angry about is that they feel like it romanticizes suicide of a 16-year-old girl. Tate, as a ghost, is played by Evan Peters. Which kind of plays with your head because he's really cute. And the problem is we romanticize a character that has done terrible things. And we're messed up. That's where our brain goes. That's what we want to do when we watch American Horror Story. We are entertained by dark shit. 13 Reasons Why is not entertainment. Most of us are not watching it for entertainment. We are watching it because we want to remind ourselves of what we could have caused someone. And we appreciate being subjected to this type of stuff. And I appreciate a show that is willing to throw that stuff out at people. American Horror Story is pure entertainment. It's not trying to raise awareness or anything like that. It's just trying to shock you. And the people get mad about it. We're like, oh, they did that for shock value. Welcome to what's going on in the world. Because that's exactly what American Horror Story is doing. You know? And I love it. I love every minute of it.
Yeah.
There's no trigger warnings, by the way. There's no trigger warnings at the beginning of the episodes. Maybe every once in a while, like if something really, really bad happens, but everything bad happens in every single episode, I think.
Well, like, I haven't seen I've only seen, like, maybe a few minutes of American Horror Story, but, like, do you feel like they romanticize, like, Tate and everything, or...
Oh, heck yeah.
Like, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But a thought occurred to me, though, is a lot of shows do things like this, and not necessarily even horror shows. Yep. Because, like, for instance, Buffy the Vampire like Spike or Angel. They did pretty horrible things. And people love those characters.
Yeah, totes.
And, well, not Angel, he's stupid, but no, I'm just kidding.
We can't be friends anymore.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was more of a Spike girl.
But, like, I think they even, like, say some of the things that they did, you know, and, I mean... Yep. It's like, yeah, they did some effed up stuff, and yeah, they're trying to be better people.
They are trying to redeem themselves. Well, Spike wasn't until season 7.
Still does. They can't take back the bad things they did.
Yeah,
but people love those characters, and it's like,
and Tate did do that at the end of season 1 of American Horror Story. He was like, I want to be redeemed, and it's like,
I just have to say, I'm just curious, like, what's really the difference? Because, you know,
I don't see too much of a difference. I think if you write a good story and you make these characters actually, like, get their comeuppance, like, one, not get away with it, because Tate did not get away with it. He was held accountable for what he did, which is awesome. But he's played by Evan Peters, and he's just hot. It got even worse when he played Mr. March in season 5, and that guy's based on C.C. Holmes, or H.H. Holmes. You know who H.H. Holmes is? The murder castle. He built a hotel specifically to like, everybody thought he was this, like, amazing guy and, like, this really cool man about town who, like, built this really nice hotel. Mm-hmm. But it was actually a murder castle. It was, like, he was kidnapping people and burying them and, like, trapping them inside of the walls and everything. He's one of the most renowned serial killers. Like, he was one of the first serial killers. And he was a terrible person. And he played him! Or a fictional version of him. In season 5, and he I loved him, and I was like, why am I liking this character? He's a terrible person! And I was like, once he's a ghost, I'm like, and it's bad! These are bad people!
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I still... Okay, I've told you this before, but you know Scar from Fullmetal Alchemist. It's like,
yes,
he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay, and the show doesn't try to shy away from the fact that he's a bad guy, but it's like, yeah, they still do try to make him likable. Yep. I think maybe even more so in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood than the original.
When he turns out to be the one who killed his parents.
But they do, I think they do still try to at least. Maybe not make you, like, fall in love with a character, but I do think they do try to some extent to, you know, I don't know. But
completely. I love him.
But I remember,
I didn't know anything he did when I first started.
But you remember I told you, you know, me and my friend having that conversation about, like, whether he's hot or not?
Yeah.
And Scar, hot or not?
Hot
it's like,
or not.
That's what all the kids are asking. And it's like, remember, she thought he was not. I thought he was. And
how
like,
dare
I'm
you?
like, I'm well aware he's a bad guy. That doesn't mean he isn't hot. Doesn't change the fact that he's hot.
What, I mean, I
was talking about Scar from the original Fullmetal Alchemist, where he's kind of a bishi, and I'm like, he's...
Okay, alright.
Scar from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, I'm like, whatever. I'm not even about him, but in the original...
I don't see the difference.
In the original... He looks way older in Brotherhood.
Does he?
Yeah, he's supposed to be... They tried to make him kind of hunky in the original, and he kind of is.
I just think he is a hunkin' man of burn in
I don't
love,
even know why.
but
I don't even know why me and my friend though were talking about this. For some reason, it just. I think it was just an offhanded comment I made. But like, you know, he's kind of hot, you know. And she was like, no, he's not. And it just. It's funny because I told her about this, and I think that I'm not even sure she like remembered it, but she just thought it was like funny now. And I'm like, it's just a funny memory I have of us arguing about this,
like,
whether he's good looking or not. And it's like. It's such a silly, and I think we were legitimately having an argument about it.
Yeah, like it was a passionate.
Because I think she was kind of mad that I thought that he was you know,
was very offended.
He was kind of cute, and it's like, you know, the fact is like how what about Lust from Metal Alchemist? She's very pretty. That doesn't mean she's not evil. Okay, you know, I think that people who are attractive can be evil. I mean, you're not
Regina from Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say Rowena anymore because Rowena is now good, but
I don't know. Sorry, that got kind of off on a bunny trail, but I just wanted to bring.
It's okay for us to have a crush on a character, and
I didn't even really have a crush on him. I think it was just me saying, "Huh, he's good looking," and
I totally didn't have a crush on him at all.
Scar,
not at all. Okay, I mean, I seriously had the hots for Ed. I was too busy looking at Ed.
Yeah.
I still think Scar's pretty hot.
Everyone had a crush on it.
All of them are hot.
But
Bradley's hot.
His
voice, man.
I like his
butter.
Voice. His English dub voice is really
It's so good.
All of the voices are really good.
Smooth.
Anyway.
But Tate is played by Evan Peters, and he's also Mr. Marsh, and then he's Kai. They kind of got on the track of making him evil because he did such a great job. Tate wasn't as... don't die. Don't choke. Do not let them win.
Oh.
Even though you don't watch the show, so she's not wishing for you to choke, but sometimes your friends take on you.
I'm sure I like something else that would offend
that would make her want you to choke.
I don't know.
Maybe she doesn't think Scar is hot at all. She really doesn't appreciate that. Just at all. How do you feel about that? Me too. I'm literally
Job of the Hutt face is how I feel about it.
Our Job of the Hutt faces. We've decided these are our reactions to people. Like, how do you feel about me not liking something and you liking it? Okay. Yeah, they kind of taken to making him a villain quite a bit because it just kind of stuck. And I kind of miss when he was being a good guy because my favorite character of his that he did was in season 2, and it was the nicest guy he's played. The most virtuous character that he played is Kit Walker. Love him! But I think a lot of the reasons why I loved him so much is because he was so different from Tate. And I had to watch Tate doing all this terrible stuff, and trying to justify it, and trying to get redeemed, and all of this stuff. And then get Kit, and he's just a sweetheart, and he's trying to do the right thing, but he's accused of murder. And he's like, what if I did it? If I did do it, I need to confess to it. I need to be executed. You know, he's like wanting to do the right thing all the time. And it's like, it's so cool how the transition happened, how each season he's a totally different character.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we love about the show. That's what a lot of us love, is watching all of these actors go from one character to another each season, and normally playing completely different characters in the next season, and I just love it. And my two favorite actors of that show are Evan Peters and Sarah Paulson. And yes, there were a bunch of people who were calling you racist for really liking Evan Peters and Sarah Paulson during seasons. I don't know why season 6 was causing it. For some reason, I was seeing it more in season 6. I don't know why, but like during season 6, people were getting really like hot under the collar about being excited. Like, you were excited for Sarah Paulson and Evan Peters because you weren't seeing them yet, and you were just like, when are we gonna see them? You know. Well, we were seeing Sarah Paulson, but we weren't seeing Evan Peters yet. He was only in 2 episodes of that flippin' season, so guess which one's my least favorite? But people were getting mad at you for wanting Evan Peters. Like, you're so racist. Like, you just want your white boy. But where's Angela Bassett? I'm like, well, Angela Bassett's a great actress. That's awesome. Like, she's coming too. But I want my Evan Peters, you know? And people got mad at you. And you're just like, okay, well, I don't care. Because you got your Angela Bassett, and I got 2 episodes of my Evan Peters, so you can enjoy your season 6. And I'll just move on to season 7, where he's the main character. The main villain. Again. Because that's all he's done so far. But anyways, I'm sorry, but I understand the 13 Reasons Why thing. I think it's unnecessary that you have to get upset about it. But I get why you're upset, but I still don't think you should, because it's just kind of like, it's not cool to tell people to choke and all that stuff. I kind of get the Game of Thrones thing. Like, not everybody is well aware of the situation. It's called Game of Thrones. There's a lot of cool medieval stuff. But it's American Horror Story. I feel like you shouldn't even need a trigger warning at all. The title's the trigger warning. This is horrifying.
With Game of Thrones, though, it's on HBO, where everything is pretty raunchy. So I think most people watching HBO are well aware that it's kind of a raunchy channel.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm just saying that's just the facts.
It's true.
It's like,
no, I watch HBO. It's true. It's not. It's true. If you're watching it, if you're on HBO, you're wanting to have something that is not censored, that is not toned down. Yeah. And that brings us, I mean, we were talking about haunted houses, especially here in our town. We have 4 haunted houses. Not actually haunted, but you know what I mean. Haunted attractions.
Probably 4. It might even be more than that. I'm thinking we have
Scary Acres,
Bellevue,
Mystery Manor, the Bellevue Dairy Farm,
Berry Farm.
Berry Farm. Why do I keep calling it the Dairy Farm?
I don't know, because you're crazy. We have I think it's in Elkhorn, but we have Camp Fear, I think.
Camp Fear, yeah, that's right.
We had another one that was, I think, the Shadow's Edge, but I think that they shut it down. Maybe
they shut it down.
I think that it might be coming back. It's like kind of up in the air.
True. And then we technically, I mean, I don't know if you would count the Bell as haunted house.
Did we say Mystery Manor downtown?
Yes, Mystery Manor.
Yeah. Anyway, but
yeah. So when we were growing up, those places were terrifying. Like, there was some terrifying crap that went down there. Unless I was scared to even drive by the place or hear it on the radio. I was like, hey, Mommy.
Did you ever go to any?
Heck no.
No?
I was scared to listen on the radio. I'd hear the radio talking about it. I'd be like,
because
I was a baby.
I've only been to, I've been to Scary Acres, and I have been to the Bellevue Berry Farm, but when I went there, I only did, I wussed out, and I only did the, what's it called? The, it's not a cart. It's not a cart.
Oh, the haunted
hayrack ride.
Yeah.
I did the haunted hayrack ride, which is basically like if you're a pussy, you just do that one. And I'm like, it's funny because I remember that night, I was so confident, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. I know I was scared last time when I went to Scary Acres, but I'm not gonna be scared this time. And then I went there, and I was like, Beth, I don't think I can do it. Can we just do the haunted hayrack ride? Because
you're brave enough to go at least.
And she's, I feel like she was a little annoyed, but it's maybe not.
Hey.
Beth doesn't really get annoyed that easily, I don't think, but
if we want to be
just maybe just a little.
We're allowed to be pussies.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like I could do it now because
we're gonna try and do it this year.
Anyway, the reason we brought up the haunted attractions is because we feel like they've been really watered down, and feel like it's kind of another form of
censoring.
Censoring. Yeah.
We feel because I didn't want to go, but I wasn't trying to demand that no one else go. My parents, like I was telling Debbie that like my parents didn't let me go to these places. And it wasn't oppression or anything. I literally was like, good, because I don't want to go. Yeah. And it was my excuse, is that when people invited me to these things, I could be like, oh, sorry, my parents said no. But secretly, I'm like, I don't want to go there. I'm glad my parents don't like that idea, because I don't want to go. And when my dad was finally like, hey, we don't want you to feel left out, so you go ahead. I was like, no, don't make me go. He's like, I mean, you don't have to go. I'm like, can I tell them that you said I couldn't go? He's like, and I was like, my parents are the worst. They said I couldn't go. No, I actually felt really bad throwing my parents under the bus. I finally came out and was like, I don't want to go, guys. And I was 18 by this point, so people were like, why don't you want to go? I'm like, because I'm a pussy. Okay.
But see, I was too, but I went in. I'm not actually sure what made me want to go the first time.
Into the door. That gets you a gold star in my book.
What? Like a foot?
You stepped in.
I mean,
Keep
it's
the
Scary Acres.
content,
It's Scary Acres. I did do it. Like I went
Yeah.
through the castle thing,
Brave woman.
and then when I went back again, which was like I was scared the first time, and for some reason I thought it was a good idea to go back like a year or two later, and I was scared again. Of course, like really scared, but
nowadays it's like if you didn't like it, you're forcing people not to go, or you're forcing people there because people were starting to take their kids. And because they were taking their kids were getting scared, and they were demanding that it get toned down. For the most part.
Scary Acres to me, and okay, to be fair, like, I went on one night, it was close to Halloween, it's possible that the scarers were just maybe tired out, maybe they were kind of worn out from being, like, overworked from, like, you know, the scaring season, but it's like...
We're done scaring people.
You know, so it's hard to say for sure, but to me... I went through, like, the castle, and I went through, like, the haunted woods, and to me it seemed very watered down scare-wise. Like,
agreed.
Nothing was very intense. Everything was pretty tame.
Yeah.
It seemed like the people trying to scare were just, you know, and...
Yeah.
And,
there's a sign that says, no swearing.
Well, it wasn't a sign. It was like this guy, like, on a speaker. I think it was, like, pre-recorded, saying, don't do this, don't do that. And I think before, when I went for the first time when I was, like, 17, I think it was stuff like, hey, if you're pregnant, maybe don't do this, you know, stuff like that.
You're pregnant,
you
why
know?
are you here?
And probably stuff like, hey, don't, like, shove people over or something. I don't know. It was, don't touch the people who were scaring you, you know? And it's like, stuff like that. But now it's like, hey, if you swear... And they're not talking about, like, the scarers. They're talking about people going through the haunted house. If you swear, we can kick you out. Yeah. Don't swear. And I'm like...
Because there's kids around, and it's like, well,
why are there kids? Yeah. I don't know.
If you're bringing your kid because your kid really loves that stuff, that's fine. But
if your kid likes spooky stuff, fair enough.
That's
awesome.
But the parents who were bringing their kids were kids that they didn't want to be there. The parents wanted to go... They did not want to have to get a babysitter. We had an incident where one of the people who was working there, he's a clown, and he got told by his manager that he could not take his chainsaw with him for that night because one of the clowns chases you around with the chainsaw. Well, it doesn't chase you around anymore. They're not allowed to chase him around anymore.
Yeah, when I went a couple years ago, there was a guy with a chainsaw. He didn't chase us. I'm not even sure that he walked after us. I think he just kind of popped out, you know, showed the chainsaw, and we just kind of walked away. And he wasn't pursuing us at all, I don't think. And I remember last time, he would kind of chase you out at the very end, and I was like, ah! You know, and you just, like, run, you know. And it was just, like, an exciting way to just, like, finish the castle area.
And that's what people want when they go see. But this guy was told he could not have his chainsaw because a woman complained that it woke her baby. Question. Ma'am, why are you taking your baby into a haunted house called Scary Acres? Please reply and comment.
Yeah, I'm sure she's gonna watch this video.
I'm sure she I'm the one with that baby. Good. We have words that we need to exchange. So help me if we go to Dairy Berry Farm, Clary Farm, and I see a woman complaining to them about their child getting scared, I'm going to pop them on the nose.
I know you said that the Bellevue Berry Farm, you heard that it was going to be even more tame
than Scary Acres.
That makes like more tame than current Scary Acres, or like when did you?
Oh, heaven forbid! What was the reviewer?
Oh, is this like an older review?
I didn't see the date.
Okay,
I'll check that. I'm lazy. I'll check that stuff. You know, I only look for the reviews I like.
I'm hoping it's at least not more tame.
We're wanting
because to me,
to be
the only way it
scared.
could be more tame is if everyone's just kind of giving you hugs as you walk through, like. Oh, come here, let me give you a hug, instead of scare... You know, I'm like, how could it be any more tame? I
want Five Nights at Freddy's, not Teletubbies. Give me something scary.
And, like, I'm sorry, because it really sounds like I'm aware I am ragging a lot on Scary Acres, and I'm not trying to tell people not to go, because by all means, go.
Our point is just that it's very disappointing that these people who put a lot of money and a lot of time, and they are paid to do this, and this is a really fun opportunity for them. For people who want to be scared, that's what haunted houses are for.
Yeah.
And it has been ruined for people.
Yeah.
Like Debbie. Because Debbie is crying every night before Halloween. Look what you've done to this one. But it's been ruined for them because these people complained about it. And so you trying to get our show canceled, you trying to get our scenes removed, you trying to get our show censored, back off. That's not for you. That's fine. We're not trying to control your shows, okay? It's cool if you don't like it, but we do. Leave us alone. Okay?
Yeah.
You know? As far as the 13 Reasons Why, I mean, I think that one's a little bit more than censoring. That's just flat out anger. Calm down. Okay? It is still just a show. If anybody is having suicidal thoughts because of watching this, they should not be watching it, and they just need to turn it off. There's plenty of shows that can make you feel not in your good mind. There's a video game that's out there that I'm not able to handle very well called Evil Within 2. Debbie really loves it, and I really want to watch it, but man, there is just something about that one that just puts me in a really bad state of anxiety and depression. And I think it's just certain scenes that just disturb me.
I think if you don't like it, just don't, you know, I feel like with stuff like that, just don't force yourself to watch it if you don't like it.
Yeah, and you know what, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going to stop watching it now. Because I realize I need to preach what I say. It's like, look, this is very unsettling for me. Do I want the game to be ended? Do I never want an Evil Within 3? No. Do I want people not to watch it? Shame on them? No. I know what upsets me. I did not know that was going to happen. That particular thing was going to happen. It happened. No one warned me. Oh well. I didn't lose sleep that night. I just felt kind of sick to my stomach, and I just needed something to get over it, so I watched Rick and Morty. But, like, that's my responsibility. I knew going into this it was going to be a horror game. I did not know that was going to happen. That's on me. That's not on the creators. I'm not going to force them to take it out, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm going to just not watch that. And if anybody, and Debbie does not, Debbie's like, hey, look, if you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. But if there's anybody out there that's like, you're a pussy, I'll be like, who are you? What are you doing in my house? You know? And then go away. You know, I don't care what you think.
I'm gonna stand like outside your bedroom window and be like, you're a pussy. You're a pussy. Until you open the window and tell me to go away.
Like, Debbie, it's 2 a.m. Go home. I need gas money. And I'm sleeping over. It's like, Mom, can Debbie sleep over? Is she the one shouting, you're a pussy?
And then we're like laying in your room and we're just like laying there and you're asleep and then I lean over and like, you're a pussy! You're a pussy!
I'm like, shut up!
Then you're like, you just like grab a pillow and go,
ah! And I smother you. And then Evil Within caused a murder.
Okay, that got weird, but...
This is what Evil Within causes people to do.
I think it's late night, and I think that I'm just getting kind of like random and kind of like
giddy and random.
Yeah.
But our point mainly is that we are not terrible people for liking this stuff, and we do not find you terrible people for not liking it. Just stay away from it. I know that a lot of people get really tired of the don't watch, but that's really all you can do, and that's really all you should do. Because if we like it, if somebody likes... Look, this disturbed me too, okay? This particular type of entertainment disturbed me as well. I don't understand why anyone would like it, but it's not my place to judge, okay? There are some people who just really enjoy this, and it's fine. They want to go to that dark place, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm practically doing that when I watch American Horror Story, but if somebody likes killing, stalking, get off their back. I read it, and I was like, what the heck?
I read it too. I read it too. When I brought it up, I wasn't sure if you were going to know what it was, but I had no idea. I had no idea you'd read it, but I thought it was, I thought it was effed up. I thought it was effed up, but...
We were like, what the heck
I can't even say I really enjoyed it that much.
Yeah,
but
I'm not too entertained either.
But I know some people do.
Yeah, you like it?
I can see how people would be into it. I did like some things about it, but it was suspenseful. It was, and I think that was what kept me wanting to read, was like, it was suspenseful.
I like bondage. That's what kept me going. A lot of bondage in it, not just, you know me.
But, I've seen some pretty intense hatred for that webcomic.
Quite a lot.
And
quite a lot.
I don't think it's deserved.
Like, you know what? It's still fiction.
Know.
It's still entertainment. And I'm sorry, but the people out there who feel like, oh, this glorifies da. You know what? Even if it does, who gives a crap? It's entertainment. It's fiction. It's a show. It's a book. It's a web story.
Comic.
Didn't I say comic and then I forgot the word comic shortly after?
It's late at night.
And we still have to load this, and we're going to be watching a show that you people will never know about.
Never.
So we don't want any of you complaining. It's Yu Yu Hakusho. Anyways, it's your thing. You enjoy. Don't judge other people for what they enjoy. Let them enjoy it. You know, even like to say that when you control how someone likes a character, like I used to do with Regina, I was like, you shouldn't like this character. It's a flying flip what you do. Don't listen to people like me. Like, yeah, you just spent 2 hours listening to someone like me, but I just mean the old me that used to be like, if you like this character, then you're glorifying blah, blah, blah. I was that person, and I am ashamed that I was like that. I was 16, but I was still being a dork. I didn't need to be. I didn't need to be Evan. No. I hope he never sees these.
Do you think
a lot of bashing?
Does he watch them, do you think?
I hope not. A lot of language in it that Mom and Dad would be like, where are you hearing this language? My sister. I don't think she swears. She does on her web show.
I mean, your mom...
Thanks a lot, Evan.
Your mom might end up watching
Mom watches
this,
these,
too,
so actually that doesn't matter.
I mean...
I think my dad has heard me swear, too. He doesn't really care. I don't think anyone cares. I don't think anyone cares what I do. I'm very blessed not to be around judgmental people. Which is why this type of stuff, I'm not losing sleep over. If you're hurt by that, I get it, but if a friend is doing it, then totally talk to them. Like, hey, look, I know you're emotional about this, but can you please, stop that? And at the same time, be, compassionate to what they're going through as well. And in the end, just enjoy yourself. It's a show, it's a character, it's a comic, it's a webpage, it's all entertainment. I think the 13 Reasons Why, I don't consider it entertainment, but there's plenty of people who do watch it for entertainment. I watch it for other reasons, but if you watch it for entertainment, that is perfectly fine. Do you, And don't listen to people that tell you you can choke, because you don't want to be affiliated with people like that. And don't tell people that you can choke, because that's not nice. Now, if you're saying you can choke, as in, did you know that you can choke? You're just being...
This is a PSA. Did you know that you can choke on things?
Did you know?
Try not to choke on things.
So don't drink water quickly, children, because you can choke. Then that's perfectly fine, But don't tell people they can die, practically, because when you choke, that kind of kills you. So,
true.
This has been a PSA by Janice and Debbie. So we're going to go ahead and watch Yu Yu Hakusho, in the video, for reasons by it's almost, 2 hours long, and also it's Yu Yu Hakusho time. And you guys
think it looks like we've been filming for a little over an hour.
Oh.
But, yeah. Which is still pretty long, but...
Did you guys want 2 hours? Are you disappointed? Are you angry?
We were feeling blabbery, I think.
We were blabbery! Yeah, we were blabbery. But this was something that's been on our minds for quite some time. And,
yeah, it's something,
let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's something me and my mom have talked about, too, and it's just, but...
My mom and I, too. My mom kind of sits there like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but she listens, at least. She nods. She's like, So why is his name Morty? I love you, Mom. Debbie, I'm so excited that we got to do this together.
Yeah, me too.
I enjoy reviewing by myself. It's fun, but it is way more fun to do it with you and Kayla. And we still need to change that dang name. And I have no idea what we're changing it to because people aren't voting. Like,
we'll figure out
5
something.
of you need to tell us what to change it to. I mean, 2 of you have. 2 of you are like, yeah, change it to this one, but then you're both telling us 2 different ones.
What are our options?
So the 2 options are 3 girls on a couch or 3 wacky film girls. Who would know?
3 wacky film girls sounds too long, I think.
What about wacky film girls?
Maybe.
How about girls on a couch?
That reminded me of the bad lip reading of Stranger Things. I'm gonna shove you into the couch and leave.
It's better than what Mariana decided to put in my head.
What?
2 girls, 1 cup. She was like, don't call it 3 girls on a couch. It's gonna be like, people are gonna think of 2 girls, 1 cup. And I'm like, we're a family show, I'll have you know. Don't fucking put that on our show. I'm like, don't make me call this 3 girls, 1 couch, because I will. And she's like, do it! I'm like, no, that was supposed to be
3 girls on couch.
3 girls on couch. So she ruined that one. But I'm like, well, we might still call it that. So, thanks, Mariana. We should censor you.
I'm sure we'll think of something good. Actually, I had written down.
Have we ever done
I almost said roten.
Roten? You wrote something down?
I done wrote.
You done plum wrote something.
I wrote something in my little notebook about.
We're Midwestern.
I had like some ideas for names, but I forgot them.
I want to see
I'll look
this.
in my little notebook. Do you want me to look now, or do you want to?
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
I gotta grab it though. So
you done
excuse
wrote
my
down
legs.
Something?
All right,
They're gonna get letters. That really offends me because that's how I talk.
Oh, let's see.
That's how we talk.
Look
Is that
at my
the Necronomicon?
look at my
No,
notebook.
That's a dragon.
It's a dragon.
Oh.
Aren't you jealous?
Is it bad that I thought that was the Necronomicon?
I'm not sure what that is.
Oh, see, that's how my mom is when she says she's like.
I've heard of that.
That's the Book of the Dead from Evil Dead.
Okay, this is a joke name. This is a joke name.
I like it. Tell
But
me.
we could call the channel the Spicy Meatballs.
I love it. The Spicy Meatballs.
We could call it Film Fangirls.
Film Fangirls. I like that one. FFF.
Or this is actually
FFG. I mean.
This is actually an idea you had. I think it was very similar to the one you just said, but it was like wacky film gals instead of girls.
Wacky film gals. Yeah.
So those were the only ideas I had. So
I like the film fangirls.
So
I like the spicy meatballs.
Spicy Meatballs it is, no. But I kind of like the film Fangirls just because it's just very. It's short. It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying we have to go with that one. Maybe.
No, I like it.
I don't
like
know. We can think about it. But
film fangirls is easier to say than some of the ones that I've come up with. You know?
Yeah.
That one's nice. I like that. Film fangirls. That's very much what we are. We are film fangirls. FFGs. And I like that one a lot. What do you guys think of that one?
Yeah, let us
know.
Yeah.
Let us know. That just might be our name. And then years later, when we're a famous show living in California, you'll be like, this is the episode that brought the name into fruition. Thanks to brilliant Debbie and her dragon notebook that Janice thought was the Necronomicon.
What is the Necronomicon?
From an angle, it's the Book of the Dead from Evil Dead.
Oh.
It's got this face on it that's like,
I've heard of that. I just wasn't sure what it was. Okay.
It's got this face that looks like this. No, it doesn't really. I just couldn't resist. I was like, this is the opportunity to make that face. So we are going to go ahead and let you guys go because you're probably trying to sleep and we're keeping you up. And you thought this was only going to be 30 minutes and we tricked you. It's actually an hour. We should have put a trigger warning.
We might want to divide up this video into a couple videos. Maybe.
But then, said.
What?
about how they're being forced to watch it for an hour.
Okay.
We should subject. No, we can.
It will take longer to upload though if we keep it as one thing.
You are the editor. You do you.
Don't touch my leg.
I've been touching your leg the entire video.
No, I'm not.
I have. You can watch this again, and you're gonna see me doing this quite a bit.
The lip on this girl. I don't even know.
Don't touch my leg. I can't wait till we watch this again.
I didn't even consent to that leg touching.
When we're rewatching this video, I'm gonna go like there. See there.
Okay.
See.
Okay.
There,
You can show me the non-existent times that you did.
So we're the film fangirls, maybe.
Maybe.
Signing off. You guys have a great night. Let us know what you guys think. Is there a show that we did not name that you guys love that people want censored? Is there something that in particular you can't handle and you really don't even like hearing about it? What's your opinion on the whole thing? Do you hate us and you want us to die? Let us know in the comments section below. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.